Good morning to you from the land of smiles. That's right, the land of smiles is known as Thailand. I'm in Thailand in the city of Pattaya, and I've been here for over a week now. And it's funny, I had visit here about 7 years ago, but I only visit for like a day, so it wasn't like I got to know the city. But this time around, I've been here for over a week, and I'll be here for another week, which is great. And I've gotten to know the city pretty well. I've rented a scooter, so I get to drive around everywhere and get to know the inner and outer streets and stuff like that. And I tell you, it's a pretty fascinating city. It's a little crazy. It's definitely known as a party city, a party town that has anything anybody wants. That's right. But I came here to visit a good friend of mine, and I'm happy I did. I haven't seen him in a while. He's an amazing guy. We know each other for many, many years, going back to Miami Beach. So I'm really happy here to take the time to see him and spend time with him, spend some quality time with my buddy, and get away from the everyday grind that I happen to find myself in. So, yep, I'm in the city of Pattaya, beautiful city. And, I'm reflecting a little bit on what's happening and what's been happening for the last 3 years of this life of mine, that I've made so many accomplishments over the years, and I've also had a lot of setbacks over the years. But I've been reflecting literally on the last 3 years that I've been changing the course of my complete life, everything from my family structure, my marriage, my businesses, my business, everything that has to do with my life. I've been restructuring, recreating, and I've been setting some goals to transform myself and become a better version of myself, a better person, the way I see myself, the way I want to see myself in the future, as I am now up there in the numbers. That's right. Life is not getting younger. Life happens to be rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling forward. So, as you start to live and look forward, you start to realize and start to analyze, what you've done right and what you've done wrong and what you could adjust. So I'm in an adjustment phase. I've analyzed all the things I've done right. I've analyzed where I screwed up. And now I'm kind of bringing those two things together and start to readjust my life, restructure the life that I want to live, not the life that people expect me to live, not the life people will like me to live, not the way people see me, but the way I see myself, the way that I want to live, the way Orlando wants to live. That's right. I have a 12-year-old son, which I love with all my heart, all my life, all my passion, right? But he has a life, I have a life, we have a life together. So I have to find that medium on how we're going to live our lives together so that he's happy, I am happy, right? I am now divorced, so I have an ex-wife, which will be in my life. That's right. You don't just get rid of an ex-wife. It doesn't happen. And if you happen to do that, that's not cool, because an ex-wife that holds your child also holds a part of you. That's right. So it's better off that you get along with them, and you're better off that you love on them rather than hate on them, unless they were just a nasty person. In my case, it's not that case, right? So I basically had to figure out how to structure that whole thing, and as our divorce kind of started happening, there were moments that it got complicated and it got rough, because other people put their nose in our business. And other people don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about her. They don't give a shit about your child. They just have an opinion, which actually means nothing. So in my case, anybody who put their nose in my case, you know what? Screw you. And I'm glad you're out of it. And I won, and we won, because we're together as a family. We are raising a child. We have a decent relationship with each other. And more important, she understands that our son is the most important thing. It's not about her. It's not about me. It's about us, our child. So that's the victory, and that's right. And I claim that victory in my family. That's right. I claim it because it is over. Now we are moving forward on a positive light, and that makes me happy. I can focus on me now, right? So in my businesses, I have, successful businesses, and I've had businesses that had setbacks, right? But in my businesses, now that I'm kind of looking as an outsider looking into them, I'm realizing that they're not exactly, what I want out of life. So how do I restructure them that they serve me rather than me serving them, right? So I have to figure out how to restructure my business that I could benefit from them financially, right? Physically, but not emotionally, right? I don't want to be emotionally attached to businesses that don't bring nothing but joy into my life. So I'm trying to figure out how to restructure all that, and I'm in the process. And that's what's important, recognizing the change that has to happen and recognizing when change needs to happen so that you can start towards that change. And I have set out a plan already that's been in the works for a while, and I'm in motion of that plan. And I took some time off to come here to Thailand to get away from business. I left them as they are, right? Whether they were in a good position or not, it doesn't matter. I took time for me to come out here, spend some time with my friend, spend some time with myself, spend some time in this beautiful energy, and restructure my thoughts, restructure my plan, restructure everything I want to do, right? So when I go back with refreshed mind, with a new plan, a new mission, and that's the point of where I'm at right now. So I'm excited to share this part of this new path. Now that I got my family settled, I got a few number of friends that have been with me over the years, and I cherish those relationships, and you know who you are, me and you who speak on the phone all the time. Soon I'll be visiting Dubai to go see my good friend Mark. I'm excited about that. I have my good buddy Lewis, who has a new mindset, new structured mindset. He's an amazing coach in the work that he does. So I work with him closely on keeping my mindset right, the goals in vision, the things moving forward. So I'm excited about that. I have some old friends and some new friends that are merging and that are on new paths, new success paths. And that's exciting, to be around the right people. It's so important when you're restructuring your life to restructure your life around people that are doing things, that are going places, right? You can't hang out with people that are not doing anything, that are not going places, because guess what? You will be stale, you will be on standstill, and that's not good. That's not what you need. You need people around that are going places, that have a vision in mind, that have ideas, and are willing to share with you. So I'm excited about those relationships, excited that brothers and sisters have matured over the years. We all have matured, but we all have kind of gone our separate ways. Unfortunately, our lives are very different. And, I had to learn how to keep them at arm's length to, just know that their life is their life, my life is my life. And, we unfortunately, we're not here together in Thailand, right? So, I wish I would have had my brothers here in Thailand with me, where we can travel together. They could purchase their own tickets, purchase their own hotel. We could successfully all go out for dinner together and be together. Everybody pays for their own things. That would be amazing. That would be a dream of mine, right? But it's a dream that was stolen. It's not a dream that I was able to live, right? Have a life that when you have 6 brothers and you have a sister, that you're able to all be together, you're able to travel together and share experiences with. But life is life. It happens, right? And some people are just lucky like that, right? And I wasn't. So that's okay. God in the universe has given me other brothers and sisters, right? So like my buddy JC, I know him from Miami Beach, when we work together and we party together. And, it's a relationship that has, close to 18 years, 15 years. It's amazing. And, we've kept connected over the years. We've traveled not only here to Thailand in the past, we've traveled to Vietnam together. We've done a lot of great stuff. So my buddy Mark in Dubai, who moved over there and has a family now, I'm able to go visit with him. I have my buddy Lewis in Florida. So, I have my buddy Wilfredo in New York. And that's what it's about. If blood has left you, right? Or you guys are not together no more, the universe, God, however you want to look at it, will compensate, right? So I've been compensated with other brothers, and the next phase of this life is exciting, because when you have a clear path of where you want to go, right, and you lay out a plan on how you're going to get there, that is the key, right? Having a clear path, and even if it's not so clear, it's okay. The point is that you set it in motion, so that as you move forward, you're moving towards a direction that you're going to get there, right? So that's like faith, having faith. Having faith, sometimes you just don't see exactly what it is that you believe in. You just know you believe it, right? And that's faith, knowing something that's there, but yet you haven't seen it, but you have faith in it, right? And I have faith in my future, and I have faith in my path forward. So, and I'm the director of this path, and I am the orchestrator. That's right, I'm orchestrating the motion set forward on how I want to live, the life I want to live. I want the freedom that I want, so I would love that next year my son will be playing right here in the sand, just dipping in the beach or whatever he wants. I would love to see that happen, where I'm able to just take my son with me, whether I have a girlfriend in my life at that moment, she's available, she's, accepts him, he accepts her, the mom accepts her, there's harmony in the relationship. I would love to see all that happen, right? Or whether I just stay single and have a good time, and that's okay too, so whatever it is, as long as it's moving forward and it's a happy path, that's the road I want to be in. So I'm setting those motions in place, and I'm glad to see, like, the past years of this stress at work, that I'm putting it behind me. I'm glad to see that those days are coming to an end, that I no longer enter my workplace and my business and feel heavy about it. Instead, I look at it from a different angle and say, how can I make this place serve me better, right? I'm here, these doors are open, but how are they going to stay open? What systems have I placed in process? What employees are my key employees who are going to allow me, right, to move this business forward? How can I help them be better with their work, right? How can I equip them better, right? How can I pay them more for a better service? Those are the questions that I'm asking, and that's the team I'm looking for. So anything that doesn't line up with that, it's not gonna work for me, right? So over the last, I wanna say over the last 3 years, I lost, and shredded off my financial life, over maybe about $1.5 million. I have literally either lost some of it or shaved it off my books. Why? Because they no longer serve me, right? They were things that held me back, and they were complicated, like getting rid of a certain property, right? Giving my ex-wife over a house, giving it to her, not with a mortgage, but giving her a house free and clear, that she doesn't have to worry about that. So my son doesn't have to worry about his mom worrying, right? So shaving that stuff off of my books, right? Cleaning up my plates, clearing up my things that are just like holding me back, that don't allow me to sit here and just enjoy my life, take a nice walk, go to a nice dinner, have a nice day, all those beautiful things that a hardworking man deserves. I have been shaving off my life, and that's what I'm relating to you. You have the same choices in your life to really analyze and look at your path and say, you know what is holding me back? What is holding me back? What holds me? What stresses me? What can I move off my shoulders? What can I clear off my path to allow me to have a better quality of life? And that's the question you should be asking yourself as a businessman, as a person who has a great job. Maybe you're an employee who has an amazing job, but that job also brings a lot of stress, a lot of pain to you. So you have to figure out how to lighten up that load, get into it and figure out how that's going to work out, because the quality of your life matters. The details of your life matters. The details of my life matters, right? So those are the questions you should be asking yourself, the questions I've asked myself to get on this path where I'm at right now, right? So I'm here for another week, and it's gonna be a great week. That's right. And when I get back home, I have a very specific mission, okay, on how to move these businesses forward in the right direction, you know, with the right clear message, right? And how to take time off to myself, have time off to enjoy the quality of life that I'm looking for. So anyway, so it's been a while since I've shared some information, some updates, but I'm the type of guy who does not like to share BS, you know, like I'm saying one thing but going through another, or saying one thing or feeling like another. No, if I'm telling you to be a superstar, it's because I feel like a superstar. That's right. Right? If I'm telling you have a great day, it's because I'm going to have a great day. I'm not going to be like, you have a great day while all my life is shitty, you know, like this fake profiles that that so many people do, right? They pretend to be happy when they're not, right? Don't pretend to be happy, be happy, right? Don't pretend to be rich, be rich, right? If you're going through financial strain, then just say it. This way you can actually figure out how to get out of it, instead of kind of keep up with trying to look rich. Don't try to look rich, be rich. Don't try to be happy, be happy. And don't go giving advice to others when you're not living it yourself. So that's the idea, you know. So I was doing some postings and trying to build up my social media, because, you know, I want to share my message, my life, you know. There's a story there. There's some wisdom. I have a lot of wisdom over the years, tons of years, not only with family, with my life in New York and my life in Miami, you know, life with business, good business, failed business, complicated, you know, losing brothers to death, losing my mom, you know, having a child, going through a divorce. All these are life experiences that are great to share with others that can learn from you, right? So that's the idea, is sharing your life experiences so others can learn from you, and you know, maybe get some insight, right, that makes their life better. Because when people go around the universe making other people's life better, guess what? The world gets better. The world is a better place when more people are putting out positive energy. That's right. Put out positive energy, because negative energy is destructive, and we have enough of that in the world. So we need more people like you. We need more people like me who are putting out the right message, sharing their stories, so that other people's life will get better. So like I said, I'm here in Thailand, in the land of smiles. I'm participating in the land of smiles. I love smiling. You know, I love giving people a great smile. I love giving people a hello. And I love participating in this economy, spending some money here, sharing, tipping a little bit here and there. And people feel good, and they're so grateful. And this land has so much opportunity. And I understand why people come live here. That's right. I understand why foreigners are completely leaving sometimes the US, and they're coming here to live. I get it. You know, your money goes further. The services are definitely different, but are definitely done with a smile. So I get all that, and it's an amazing place. I recommend, if you never visited Thailand, to actually visit Thailand. It's the best. It's awesome. Like I said, I've been to the city of Bangkok. I spent great times there. I had some great parties there, and that was a lot of fun. Great shopping. And then I've been to Phuket, and that was a lot of fun. And that was, you know, I visited the islands, the Monkey Islands. I mean, that was amazing. And Pattaya is a different city, and it's more of a party town, you know, like if you're into massages and girls and all that, they have all that stuff here. It's not my scene. I love the massages. I mean, for like $10, $9, it's crazy. It's amazing. You get an hour massage, you get a foot massage for like $3. It's insane. It's amazing, and I love it. But you know, if you're into other things like getting a lot of girlfriends, there's a lot of girlfriends here. Not my thing. I happen to have a whole different concept of, you know, my style of lady and stuff like that. So, but yeah, there's a lot going on here. And it's a great city. I recommend if you could stop in, especially if you're a single guy or traveling with some friends. This is a lot of fun. But if you're with the family, I don't know. It's not the family vibe that that I recommend. But there, if you just stay kind of like by the beach side, that's kind of cool for a day or two. But more Phuket, more other islands and stuff like that is more for family. So anyway, I'm good to share with you. Glad to see you, and I'm just having a good time. I'm just happy to be here. I got some beautiful coffee in the morning, and I get to ride my scooter all over the city, and it's a fantastic ride. Definitely recommend, if you know how to ride a scooter when you're here, rent a scooter and ride it. Get out of the neighborhood. It's amazing. It's pretty easy. It looks chaotic, but it's actually pretty easy to manage. So yeah, that's my recommendation for you. So have a great day, and thank you for listening. Tune in for the next one. All right, ciao.